Turns out there's 20 more one-day-a-years. The Grinky? Anyway. I don't know precisely when I will watch the Repentance trailer yet, but I will watch it today. It's on YouTube. How funny would it be if I got DMCA'd for watching a trailer for a game that I've played literally 6,000 times? Oh, it's not live yet. Okay, so it's coming out in a little bit. All right, that's good to know. Donkey. I mean, for every bad faith take about like, well, my sleep was interrupted by people hooping and hollering. Like, can't you just invert that bad take? It's not fun for me unless everybody else also knows that I'm having fun. Having fun is sure, that's great or whatever, but it's not really worth having fun unless other people know that I'm having fun. You know, we could do this back and forth all day. I'm gonna have to use 2 ropes, like a dang fool. Donkey. It's been cool seeing you interact with people I like lately. Okay, so I don't believe that you meant to phrase this in such a way that it reflects poorly on my friends that I collaborate with all the time. However, I'm glad finally somebody's saying it. Like, screw those guys, right? New resolution 2021 is work with less of those scumbags and more with like cool popular people like Demi Lovato. I was hoping we can get Demi Lovato on the show soon. I'm probably going to steal everything from this shop, but I have to think about it first because it's kind of a spicy floor. You know what? Take one of those and I guess don't call me in the morning because you're dead. Please. Please, dude, I'm ropeless. I'm ropeless. 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 Hold on. I got plans. You genius. Good night, you princes of Maine. You kings in New England. Will NL make it? Oh, what the heck? Oh my god! Will NL make it to 7-1? What's 7 again? Which one's 7? Is that post Ushabti? That's just post Ushabti. Okay. Forget that cape, dude. Capes are for losers anyway. For nerds and accountants. So this is like the most common question, all right, about the new schedule. What's gonna happen with the NLSS? Wednesday, unchanged, is the easy answer. My favorite Quentin Tarantino movie. I mean, it's changed. It's gonna be an hour early. But Monday, we're still working out because Josh and I have like we're finding the zone of our compatibility in terms of schedule because he works until like 5 p.m. Eastern time, which is 2 p.m. Pacific. But I can't really do 3 to 6 NLSS anymore because it screws up like our whole life. Not in an overly dramatic way, but like, you know, when I finished the stream at 6, like, old me was like, okay, time to do some more recording. New me is like, we gotta cook dinner, we gotta get chores going, we gotta get, you know, the baby's got a bath time later today, and, you know, we, like, in order for us to be in bed before, like, I don't know, 11, we gotta be done. Ooh. Climbers! We gotta be done by like 4. So we'll try to figure it out. Right now, like, you know, Malf is up for the new schedule, which makes sense because he's an EST boy to begin with. Josh, we're still figuring it out because we're both kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, really. But we're working on it. That's what I'll say about that. We're working on it. Right, Wednesday is gonna remain the same as far as I can tell right now. Just pay Josh to be on the show so he can quit. We tried that once. You must be new around here. Okay, hold on. Bro, I'm bad. I'm bad at Spelunky. New NL's bad at Spelunky. Old NL was, like, amazing. Like, one of the best. Hold on. We got plenty of time here. Say it with me. Forget the ghost pot. And then... probably should care about Monty, but... but I'm not gonna. We're gonna blow up the turkeys for an emergency reserve of hit points. Which will also not anger Yang, because he doesn't even... okay. Central Park. Okay, pay out the beds. Pay him out! Pay him out! I didn't expect the turkeys to shoot perfectly into his domicile. Any new reality TV anecdotes? I've been watching, like, you don't even want to hear about it. Like, all I watch now are... I did watch a little 90 Day this morning, but that's because the markets are closed today, so there was no financial news to watch. But apart from television, like, the only thing I watch is on YouTube, like, this 75-year-old man going, like, the best dividend stocks to buy. And then I'm like, oh, now we're talking. Let me get a snack. I gotta... whoa, dude. Johnson & Johnson? This guy's crazy. He's going off the rails. I do need to see... I need to see season 2 of The Boys. And I need to see... the new season of The Expanse. I watched like half of one episode. I realized, so I was watching it on Apollo's channel because he was doing a watch party. And I realized that he's actually like the greatest watch party streamer of all time. Anytime I do a watch party, I'm always like... I feel so much pressure to banter, like, all the time. Literally, he just shut up and just watched the show. And I was like, this is great. He's not talking over any of the dialogue. He's not like thinking he's more entertaining than the show. He's just watching it. And then people are popping in and they're going like, this is like so entertaining. Thank you for doing this. Oh, it's amazing, man. Like, you know that meme that's like, thank you for existing, you saved my life, and then it's like, I'm literally just iced coffee? It was like that when I was watching him play, or when I was watching him watch Party The Expanse. It was like, thank you so much for the stream, and he's like, I'm literally just television. It was good. It was, and I don't mean that in a negative way at all. I was like, this is pogged. Okay, this is collateral damage. Beautiful. Okay, we can make this work. That's it. Thank you for existing. You saved my life. I'm literally just watching TV. I'm literally just Slasher's Keep. Oof, 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 oof. Do you have a Twitter blacklist? What the heck does that mean? The answer is definitely yes. But what is it? I want to know what you think it means. Dunk, donkey, donkey, dunk, donkey, dunk. Hello, turkey. Let's not and say we did instead. Because time's getting a little tight here. This is fine. It's still fine. How do I know if I'm banned on your Twitter? I'm never gonna tell you because it's none of your business. And if I muted you on Twitter, then I don't want you to know you're muted. quite frankly, because then you might make a new account and annoy me again. It's one of those things you just got to accept. Like, if you're muted on Twitter, like, you just gotta live with it, you know? You don't get to control how other people respond to your, you know, to your existence, unfortunately. I don't mean to be, like, you know, rude about it, but, like, you know, the odds are you're probably not muted on Twitter. Like, I don't mute many people on Twitter, believe it or not. There was a period where I did, but that's because I'd cultivated, like, a lot of bad actors on Twitter over the course of, like, you know, 8 years on the platform or something like that. But lately, I mute very infrequently on Twitter. What I will say is, anytime there's an argument in the tweets, there is about, I would say, like, at least minimum a 50% chance that I have muted the person who started the argument. Not as a result of the argument, but literally before the argument even started. Like, I'm like, why are people arguing? And I'm like, oh, this person I muted like 3 years ago just did what they always do and popped in with like a weird take that is like unnecessary and inappropriate, and then somebody who isn't aware of them hither to this point thought that they, you know, could be educated on the subject, and then they didn't realize that this is all just, I don't know, like a weird game to them or something like that. Ring the bell, by the way. There you go. What if I tweeted you and said, mute me please, Egg Daddy? You are muted then, probably. I got no problem giving people what they asked for. Of course, like, but I don't know, it's less even like, oh, you did what I wanted. It's more like, I don't know, you're not the main character in like my story. I'm the main character in my story. You can be the main character in your story. As soon as you try to make it like weird, then, you know, it's all you might be careful, you might get exactly what you asked for. I think we can make this jump. Ooh. I think we can make this jump. I still think you can make it, dude. Alright, fine. Isn't the Funky Kong guy weird? No, he's funny. That's called humor. Like, funky, and I'm not, like, look, one of my 2020 resolutions is to be, like, I'm not a negative person. I know it's gonna sound surprising, but I do put on a negative affectation on stream sometimes, and it tends to spiral, like, you know, because people think you get baited, and then they're like, I could say something that would also bait him, and then I just destroy you with rhetoric, and logic, and then you feel bad, and then you complain to me. You go, he's a jerk, and I go, hey, no, that's not true. I'm a nice guy. But, you know, I'm going to try to be the positive person that I actually am more on stream, because I think it's going to make for more entertaining content. What I will say, though, because I'm about to completely fly in the face of what I had just said, Funky Kong on Twitter, they got a nice angle. I like the bit. I think it's a fun bit. Sometimes they make jokes about the content that you could take as at my expense, but because they're funny, they work well. But like a lot of the time, what people do is they'll make like a joke at my expense, but I have no idea who they are, and they put no effort into the joke, and then they get mad when I'm offended. And then I'm like, that's not how it works. Like, if you're gonna be rude to a stranger as a joke, you better make damn sure that it's funny. Otherwise, they might take it wrong. Because it's going black market, man. And it's not a negative thing, okay? Like, because mistakes happen, and you know, people, they either double down or they apologize, right? But you know, like I tweeted Levy, and I was like, you know, hey, Levy, have a great 2021, thanks for the content or whatever. And then I replied to my own tweet and said, but screw you for showing me that, like, cluster board gambit, because I keep losing with it. And then, like, it got a lot of likes, which is, you know, fine, because that's kind of what Twitter is, right? Like, you observe social interactions between people you don't know, and you go, ha ha ha. But then somebody replied like, Egg's the kind of guy who would like ask you to show him a gambit and then forget it right away. And I'm like, who are you again? Like, that's not me trying to like big shot you, but it's just like two people that know each other are talking, and then you're butting in to be like, hey, me too. And I'm like, no, not you two. Not yet, anyway. Like, I'm not trying to... They apologized after, and I was like, there's no harm, no foul. Everybody, you know, makes mistakes on social media, including me. Most of my mistakes are just tweeting at all. But like, for example, yesterday I tweeted, when you get 2 steaks from Blue Apron, and then it was a picture of Mike Wazowski and Sully from Monsters, Inc. And people were like, I don't understand this joke. And I was like, well, when you get 2 steaks from Blue Apron, one of the steaks is always like super big and long, and one of the steaks is always like spherical. They give you weird steaks. It's true, man. Like, anybody that's ever ordered anything from Blue Apron will tell you the same thing. When they give you steaks, they're always like, cook them for 2 minutes, and one of them's like 4 times thicker than the other one. And I'm like, you can't... How am I supposed to cook them for the same amount of time? One of them is like so much larger than the other one. Anyway, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We should have... Why didn't we bring the idol to the shopkeeper, man? Then we could have taken Monty to the exit, or the ghost pot even. Anyway, the steaks were good. Thanks for asking. But that was basically my New Year's. I mean, you know, if you ever get a pass for like not doing anything special on New Year's, certainly 3-month-old infant plus global pandemic. I mean, that's got to be. I'll use my token this year. The blood. Where would you recommend getting started with investing? So people hate when I talk about investing, so I'm going to keep this very small. And I understand why completely. Here's what I'm going to say, though. Do not go to the meme subreddits. I occasionally, less than I did like even a month and a half ago, I occasionally go to the meme subreddits. Quite frankly, like, I got like a safe fund where like smart investments happen. And then I play around a little bit with some, you know, a little bit of a bankroll that I could afford to lose a little bit. For the love of God, do not become one of those people who's like, I've been investing for 6 months, and then you start like yelling at people for like, oh, well, I be happy that I'm like, I'm getting 50% returns annually, and it's never gonna stop. Why don't you go ahead? Like, I see people so often that are like, you know, hey, be happy, or you go ahead, live your life getting like 10% returns annually, boomer. Put your money in a coffin. I like to live a little. And I'm like, you have like a 3-figure net worth, and you're trying to like act like you're Jordan Belfort because you own like 10 shares of some stock that's 35 cents. Like, it's crazy. So unless you are absolutely crushing it, my advice to you is like literally just buy into these things called ETFs. They're mutual funds, more or less, that you can buy on the stock market, and like, it's so much easier than it was even like a couple years ago. You don't have to know like 100 ETFs to get good diversification. All you need to do is either buy... Basically, you're going to look up either... And again, hold on. I should say, this is not considered financial advice. However, the most common advice is buy either like the Vanguard or the BlackRock iShares fund that matches your risk tolerance best off. Which is, for most people, VGRO, which is 80% stocks, 20% bonds, which is a fairly high risk tolerance, but people don't see it that way anymore because the market's like doing crazy things right now. Anyway, That's my take on the subject. And would I suggest doing it, even if, because I saw somebody say, what if you're like a poor student? If you don't have a lot of like disposable income to begin with. It depends on your, it depends on what you want, I guess, is what I would say. If you have money in a savings account, basically, and you don't need that money, like you're not going to touch it for a while, it's definitely worth passively investing it in something, as long as you have a long enough time scale. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, definitely a little harder, but you know, basically I'm just echoing this advice from like all these like Warren Buffett videos on YouTube. The end. Actually, what I meant to say is like I got a hot tip. I got a hot tip for a stock that will never go down. It's called a tier 3 subscription to twitch.tv/northernlion. Hold on. We can't really afford to spend right now. Well, unless I can't resist, man. I can't resist. We're gonna wait on. We got good bombs. Anyway, that's my advice. But I know I apologize if people hate when I talk about it. No, do not short my subscriptions. You're gonna lose a lot of money. The market can stay irrational much longer than you can stay solvent. One day people will realize this show sucks and they won't subscribe anymore, but for now, like, you know, you're shorting low. That's not the way you're supposed to handle it. You're supposed to yeah, that's the #1 stock tip I would say, is short low, cover high. No, the actual tip is like never short at all. Unless you're like a literal billionaire. Anyway. I think we missed the Child of the Forest, so I'm going to be a little bomb poor, but that's okay. Yeah, I was laughing when Dan was like, I'm thinking about shorting Tesla. Hey, here's the thing. In like 2 years, he might be like, man, if I'd shorted it, I would have like, you know, gone 5x on my investment. But I'm like, yeah, it's definitely possible, but... Okay. Hold on, is this... Maybe this is the black market? Certainly... Oh, it's definitely the black market. NL, what is your favorite Eddie Murphy movie? So I'm gonna hit you... People think I hate Shrek. I do not hate Shrek. I just kind of like... I'm over the Shrek meme. That haha, Shrek, what are you doing in my swamp? You know? Like, I'm kind of like over that. Must be down a level. But I think like the first Shrek is like a pretty / very good movie. But I'm also like, so I've seen Trading Places. Trading Places is pretty good. It's a fun movie. I don't know, my favorite Eddie Murphy movie. Has anybody said the Nutty Professor to the Clumps yet? That's kind of an all-timer. I've never seen Beverly Hills Cop. I feel like I have seen 48 Hours, but I don't remember it. Like, I feel like I watched that. Isn't that, there's like a very popular joke about a sandwich in that movie? Like, I'm trying to figure out whether I've seen 48 Hours, or it's just come up so much in the board game of movie trivia known as Seen It, that I've, like, tricked myself into thinking that I've seen it. Dunky dunk dunk dunk. Pluto Nash? Come on, man. Come on, there's people in the comments in the chat that aren't gonna know that you're joking, and then they're gonna actually, like, seek out that movie and watch it. Are you gonna, you're gonna be happy then? You're gonna be proud of yourself ruining some people's nights like that? Rude. What's your favorite dunk from Space Jam? That's something I haven't thought about in a while. I definitely watched Space Jam about 1,000 times when I was a kid, but I actually have like almost no memory, to be honest with you. Because I was a kid, I was like a little baby, I didn't know what's going on. Hold on, I gotta think. I don't buy presents, honestly. They're too, I feel like the presents in this game so often end up being like pure garbage. Like anytime you open a present, there's like a 90% chance that it's gonna be a machete. I don't get presents. They disappoint me. Okay, I do remember the dunk where Michael Jordan stretches his hand out to like 60 feet using the power of cartoon physics. I definitely do remember that one. But I think that's the only one. Oy, oy, oy. Wait, I had something to say. Oh, somebody said, what about Bowfinger? That's actually like that's like my sleeper hipster pick for best Eddie Murphy movie. That movie is extremely good. And not super slept on, but a little slept on. This is a spooky one. I've decided I don't really care about getting all the Children of the Forest here. Here's something I do care about. Not getting haunted like Eddie Murphy's Mansion. And then ideally, you're not dead from that, huh? Okay, we're gonna play this very slow. That might do something. Please. Let's go. Okay, that's big. Dude, it's like the most dangerous enemies of all time here. Like, look at this. Look at this. It's so scary. I've never seen that before. Okay, we love it. I think we still love a bomb box and I guess a bomb bag here as well. They're gonna bust out one day and I'm gonna be so scared. I'm leaving here. I'm leaving. And then we'll examine the possible opportunity of a Child of the Forest being right here for 12 extra bombs. Let's go. That's huge. Okay, so we basically have everything you need to have a good run. Except for the knowledge of how to actually do the Ankh skip. That's okay. You guys have the, like, do you have Roku? No, yes. What's up with the Roku channel? Bruh. Like, I honestly don't understand the existence of the Roku channel. It basically, so we have, if you have a smart TV, it may have Roku software installed on it. By the way, like, it kind of sucks. I'm not trying to be, like, a bad guy. But, again, like, the software for the Roku is not good. It constantly, like, loses connection to my internet network. Sometimes, and I mean, this might actually be more a combination of the fact that it's Roku plus our TCL, which you probably should have gone for the Samsung, but whatever. Waddler, thank you. But like every once in a while, and you know what? This might be a combination of the Xbox and the TCL and Roku. But every once in a while, I'll just be like watching television, and then this little rectangle will appear in the top right corner that says gaming mode HDR, and then the signal from the TV just turns into like static. And I have to turn off the TV for like 10 seconds in order to do a soft reset. I have no idea like what's doing it, what causes it, etc., etc. Just chilling. Anyway, long story short, it's not a problem with the Roku channel, I just don't get it. Like, they have free movies on the Roku channel, but they actually have, like, the worst free movies ever made. Like, it keeps trying to get me to watch this movie called Mixed Nuts, starring, Steve Martin. And I was like, Steve Martin's got he's got a pretty good track record. Then I look up the reviews for Mixed Nuts, and it's like literally like 4% on Rotten Tomatoes or something like that. And then it'll hit you with like, you know, hey, watch like this romantic comedy. And you look at the actors and you're like, I'm pretty sure like I can't tell if I know them. They played like the villain in a romantic comedy from 2001 and then had a starring role that like never went anywhere. Or if they just like, sometimes you're like, she kind of looks like the actress who was in Hot Fuzz and was like, she played Juliet in the Romeo and Juliet production they did in Hot Fuzz, and he kind of looks like John Cho, but I'm very confident it's not. It's just the Roku channel is like if they still had like a bargain bin, but for digital streaming, I'm pretty sure the Roku channel is that. Okay. Come on in, man. Come on in. Alright. Yeah, it's my intention to watch the Binding of Isaac trailer. I'm a big fan of dumb TVs over smart TVs. I agree. I do agree. That being said, I don't know. It is nice to have like a one-button tap to YouTube. Even though there is no Twitch app on it, but like one of the top apps on the service is called like Purple Stream Viewer, and you're like, you're not slick. You're not slick. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. I mean, dude, it definitely beats like what we used to do, and some of you out here are still probably doing this. I'm not going to encourage you to get with the times, because my actual view on technology is that if you don't know you're doing something inefficient and it still feels like convenient to you, never change, or like resist that change as long as possible. Because you don't know how bad you have it. It's like when you have a cell phone that sucks, but you think that you don't even notice that it sucks, keep it as long as you can. Because it's like when you get a new cell phone, which is going to cost you money, you're going to return to the same level of like enjoyment of that product within a couple of weeks probably. So you might as well save your money for as long as possible. But anyway, like long story short, that's my take on new technology. But in college, like if you wanted to watch something on the internet, on your television, oh, we don't have the right kind of shoes for this. You would like take a laptop and then hook it up via HDMI to the TV. Man, that's a blast from the past. You can still do it, like it still works, but I mean, there's got to be better ways now, right? You could like cast it to your TV from your cell phone or something instead of getting down with the jank. Casting sucks. I've never used it because, like, I don't know, like, I think Google is playing hardball with Roku, and because I have a Pixel, they won't do, they won't let me cast from my phone to my TV. Something like that. Spike shoes, baby. So I did watch Mouth yesterday, and like this guy, he's like he's a real a-hole, okay? So he was like having a nice stream for everybody. He's like just having a fun time and, you know, Happy New Year, blah, blah, blah. And then he just casually like got to the cosmic ocean on his first attempt, like without even mentioning it at all. He was just like, here I am. Oh, I'm on the cosmic ocean. What a jerk, man. So I watched him do the Ankh skip, but I still don't know how you do it. Do you 100% need a canopy? It's like so high risk as well, because like his rope had just like one little nugget of rope left. And then mostly apart from that, it was like just chips. You need something to hide under and a way out. Okay. Something to hide under and a way out. I didn't know about the rule. I went over to ask about the rule. I will say though, I don't do the stars challenge. I respect myself too much to do the stars challenge. I think the clone gun is not very good. That's my hot take. I would rather carry Excalibur to not have to use 40 bombs to kill the turtle than carry the clone gun. That's just my take. You can clone the presents, but then we get back to the same thing we were dealing with earlier, where the presents freaking suck, dude. They're garbage. Like I got no problem like killing this fish down here. That doesn't. I did it on video the other day. I don't know if the video's gone up, but I did do it. Just take my word for it. Okay, in multiplayer, the clone gun is like it's too strong. Okay, now I must learn the value of the Ankh skip. Which I guess means that you take Excalibur with you. No? You leave it near the bottom? Okay, I can leave it near the bottom. That doesn't bother me. Why risk the sword? Well, it's more like I thought if you do the Ankh skip, you don't even, like, you need to have the sword, otherwise how are you going to take the sword with you, right? Okay, so let's examine this. We don't have a ton of time. Do we... We have a little canopy. Oh, okay, so we gotta... I know what Malf was doing. He was doing something like this. You gotta bomb the whole floor out as well. Okay. Okay. The whole floor? Or just like a little floor around here? Because I'm trying to, like, in my head, I'm like, how the heck are we going to get out of here? And then you got to throw, like, 20 ropes up. Not there, but there. Whatever, that's probably, like, not necessary, but we'll live with it, okay? The lava settles and space will be made. Okay, let's try. I don't think we have enough. Oh, maybe because I saw Malf made like he made a quick little jaunt. You gotta wait for the lava to settle a little bit and then you climb up the wall. We gotta get Excalibur too, though, of course. Well, I guess we don't have to, but we're gonna. We're going right after this one. Yo! Now that's Pog. Now that's Pog. Thank you. Tomo would like to leave, but just give me one moment, Tomo. Wait. Hold on. Where did we leave Excalibur? Did we leave it in the pit? Or did we leave it outside of the pit? Up and left. Okay. Come on, you can go, buddy. Outside of the subspace door. Thank you. I thought that was gonna kill us, just to be straight up with you. I thought the spike shoes would make it so I died. Yo! Now that's new. YouTube title. You won't believe? Breaking the game? ... 3 question marks, red circle. So people have suggested, by the way, hey NL, what about getting a cat door for your office? Cracked wood vortex, okay. The thing is, I left kind of cheekily in a comment. I said my landlord would be pissed. Now, I am my own landlord, in some ways. In some ways, the bank is my landlord. I suppose it depends on the spectrum that you want to examine it from. But either way, there we go. The honest answer is, I would be pissed. Because then when if we ever move out of this place, I gotta buy like a new door, you know? I would rather just open the door. Also, yeah, I don't want them to have the opportunity to get in and out as they please. Sometimes I wanna have the option to keep them out. That's a good point. Like, so if the bank is my landlord, the bank in all likelihood is probably your landlord's landlord as well. So I guess we can't really say that. Guess you can lock a cat door. I'm not convinced. Let's put it that way. Smash it, dude. Okay, hold on. Easy Waddler? Not yet. I mean, this run, by the way, we haven't really talked about it. You know Waddler's about to be right there. We haven't talked about it, but this run is, like, extremely good. We got great opportunities here. Do a Kijiji trade for a normal door. It's just like all of these ideas, you just gotta remember that on the internet, like, sometimes it's all about, like, coulda, not shoulda, right? To quote Patton Oswalt. Like, if the whole reason that I'm doing this is to collectively save, like, a few minutes of my time annually from opening the door, all of these suggestions that take, you like, multiple hours to do, like, I just feel like the break-even point is too far away, quite frankly. I have not yet gotten an answer for, what happens if you Waddler Monty. But I do, in my head, I just imagine that Waddler, like, pulls out a gun and shoots you. And is like, what an asshole, right? Like, you tried to drop your dog off. Okay. Here we are. Waddler can't transport living things. Good to know. Wait, does that mean... my head cannon! That means the sword's not a living thing? But that's just a game theory. Dude, that would be amazing. Wait, what if you could drop the mech off at Waddler? Now we're talking. No, I'm not gonna get a door made of beads, okay? I am an adult in 2020, not a college student in, like, the year 2000. I'm not Zoe Deschanel from the 2003 film Elf, okay? I'm not gonna get a door that's just made of beads. I'm not Phoebe from Friends. I'm not the cover of Britney Spears' album that has Hit Me Baby One More Time on it. Okay, that's, you know, one way to take care of that, I suppose. You know what? This is just like, this is my New Year's gift to myself, is not walking out and immediately getting hit by a big ball of energy. You have angered Kali. It's cracked wood vortex. Okay, don't get killed by an elevator, please. So many cracked wood, but no vortex yet. Have you thought about games for solo streams? It's on my to-do list for sure. Is come up with some good solo stream games. But I really also, and this is genuine, and I think people are gonna be a little, they're gonna have a knee-jerk reaction that is like a little like, what? But just hear me out here, okay? More than games, I'm really coming up with non-game ideas for myself. I think this is what we want. Because the games, I've never really, for the most part at least, had a problem with coming up with suggestions. Yeah, see, much like Twitter, I'm hoping to introduce the stories product to my streaming content in 2021. I'm hoping to introduce stories to Twitch. So there will always be a lot of gaming. Probably substantially more than 50% of the stream content will be gaming. But I don't think I'm... I don't think I need too much help in that department, you know what I mean? I was just hoping I didn't anger Kali again. In fact, if I had to guess, it's probably gonna be like 80-20 games. It might even be like 90-10. So there's no reason to fret there. Yeah, I kind of just want to do weird stuff for hours at a time. Okay, man. Okay. Oh, God. You gotta go. Okay, we're gonna go to the Pleasure Palace. This is gonna be like a disgusting amount of HP, man. Okay, we gotta dust that UFO because we gotta leave. Like, this world continues to live and thrive even when we're not here, so we gotta do that just to make it safe. Okay, just make sure we get an Uba, quick Uba. Quick Uba. Oh my god. Are we in is this max HP? No, that can't be. They wouldn't, Derek wouldn't do that. Okay. And now we go. Max is 99. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, there might be a max, but if Derek made the max 34, you would be like, what? Like, this man, he's made the game too balanced. 34. Yep, not wise. This is the most fragile part of the run because, oh, that's looking good. Never mind. This is the most fragile part of the run because Chi Lin is basically like your life right now. And the only way we're very likely to die is by being way too precious with our bombs, which is not necessary at the present moment. We got a lot, and we're gonna get way more from the Sun Challenge. That's what we're looking for. Isn't there a skip so you don't need the Sky Dog? Yeah, but I think it's more of like that's a skip born out of desperation, I believe, rather than a skip born out of, like, convenience. That's alright. We got some blood out of it. Blanca? Ooh. Ooh. Dunkity, 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 dunkity. No nerves. No nerves. We're not being nervous here. Would you look at that? Out of respect, we have 34 HP, so I am not going to farm him for blood. He's a good boy. Next step. Jetpack. Jetpack? Sun challenge. That's what I meant. Close enough. Pretty much different number of words, different number of letters, different, you know, one's an object, one's an experience. It's okay though. Am I mistaken, by the way, to believe that you can get Waddler on 2-1? And by 2-1, I mean 7-2. Look, I'm not used to streaming this long, okay? Like, are Waddler and, he's 7-1 guaranteed? Can you get the Sun challenge on 7-2 then? What happens when Waddler's pissed? I should have thought about it, but still. It's not Waddler, is it? It's the... It's the Sun challenge, dude. Really, though? Oh, and the ghost pot, sure. Yeah, let's just blow up the ghost pot, too. She's not mad, though. What happened? Who's mad? I'm only mad because the whole the reason that I got twisted up was because of the sound of the person being upset. I think this is like heavy refund territory. Not on points, but I mean like my run should be refunded. Because I honestly, I just got ripped off. The fact that we lived is kind of crazy, but... Bro. But like, I want to know, okay? Like, I'm not upset. I'm not genuinely upset. But like... Who got, like, Waddler got mad, but he doesn't get mad?